G'day guys, how you going? Module 7 now, dealing with emotions. And the first part to this section is loneliness and pain. Now, which are two things you're probably definitely going through. Okay, right now, it's without doubt that you are hurting, you are suffering from loneliness and pain, and possibly a range of other emotions as well as you go through this. Like sadness and depressed and feeling down and anger and hurt. Okay, and possibly feeling that, feelings of failure. Where did I go wrong? Okay, I did. And you question yourself, so much self-doubt going through your mind. Okay, so in this one here, I'm going to give you some tips and advice about what I went through, how I overcame certain feelings that I had, and just little tricks and little hacks not little tricks really, you're not tricking yourself, just ways to get over it, okay? Because you need to get over these feelings as quick as you can, okay? Now, also, check out one of my first videos there about what was going on with single dads, okay, in Australia at the time, which gave me the inspiration to start this whole journey of educating single dads and helping you out, okay? And that's what I'm passionate about now, is helping you guys out, all right? Just to get over this whole thing, and a part of it is this part here, dealing with your emotions and your loneliness, all right? So that's what we're going to do in this one, all right, this first part, loneliness and pain. So as I just said before, you need to get over this as quick as you can, all right? Feel it, embrace it, but you still need to move on, all right, with your life, okay? And a good little way to do that is to look back in your past, find something that you achieved and find something that made you proud and you felt like you accomplished something, okay? It's a sporting accolade or a sporting achievement, something you did at work, something you did in your personal life, some people you've helped, people you've inspired or led a group at your workplace, possibly something creative that you've done, okay? Anything. Find something in your past that you've made a difference and you felt, yeah, that feels really good what I've done there, okay? For me personally, I found a little rescue for me was finding, because I used to coach young sporting teams, and 5 years later, 4 or 5 years later, after coaching these kids as 14, 15-year-olds, they're all 22, 23 now, I bump into them from time to time and they still just say, hey, Dino, thank you, you're the greatest coach, and they just make me feel good. And to me, that was a great thing that I did for them when they were young, going through mid-teenagers, right? I helped them, and that made me feel good. And that gave me a sense of, yes, I've accomplished something. Yes, I've been able to help people, okay, and inspire them. And that made me feel good, all right? And that's something that I held on to and looked back on to get me out of my depression, okay? So that's just one little thing to get you out of your depression and your loneliness and pain. Okay, so let's jump into it and see what we can come up with, okay? I'll see you in there. Bye. Okay, here we are, loneliness and pain. Now, as we jump in, first of all, just a brief little mention about that photo. You can see that's me with my two boys. This is probably 6 weeks after shit had gone terribly wrong for me, okay? And a family holiday that we had planned, we went, okay? It was very awkward and very hard for me. As you can see, you've got the knee brace on there, and that was... that happened, that was part of my whole week that just went terribly wrong, okay? I ended up snapping an ACL and meniscus, and the next day or 2 days after that happened, I found out the relationship was over. It was well and truly on its way to being over in a very terrible way. So, I was very down there, and putting a brave face for the kids. You got to suck it up, and that's what we do. Okay, so let's go on to the first one here. Grief will be with you for a while, but you need to bounce back as quick as you can. So, as I say, you're not dead, okay? You're not dying. We'll hope you're not, but not from this relationship anyway. The relationship over, but you still got your kids or child, 1 or 2 or 3, how many children you have. You still have them, okay? You still have your health. You still have your life. You still have so much to look forward to. Okay, and there is more opportunities out there, okay? This is one relationship that's over, and it does hurt. I get that, okay? But it happens to a lot of people, all right? So you're one of many that this has happened to, me included. It's happened to me, all right? And I'm better now than I was before. All right? I'm much happier. But where you are right now, It is hard, okay? I get that, and I feel it, and I've been there, okay? 100%. I know what you're going through, absolutely. But the big thing is you need to get back as soon as you can, all right? And the first little thing I just spoke about in the intro there was about finding something in your past, find something that you've done, find something that you've achieved, all right? And focus on that. You've brought happiness, or you've brought joy or inspiration to others. You've done something good. So find that, bring that to the forefront of your mind, okay? And it will help you. It'll help you get your mindset in the game and ready to move forward, okay? You know, and like when this happened to me, you know, I did think it was the end of the world. All right? I did struggle. I was sad. I was depressed, and I had the thoughts of failing and all that shit, all that self-doubt and all that just belittling that you just hate yourself and you're cursing yourself and it's my fault. Okay, you need to cut that out. All right, even though possibly you did contribute somewhere to the marriage breakdown, but you need to not dwell on it. All right, get over it. And yes, like I hated my life. That was my world. The kids, the house, the living in the suburbs. That was my little existence, my little bubble, and it burst. And I struggled with it for a long time to realise that there was other opportunities for me. This was just the start of my life. Okay, I wanted to wake up from a bad dream. Many nights I found comfort in a bottle, and it wrecked me and it put me in a downward spiral. Okay, big time. So, you know, I wanted to wake up from a bad dream, but you know, in the end, once I realised that this was the start for me, I worked out of the breakup with her. I was just with the wrong person, okay, for that period. And it was a long time. It was like I gave probably 15, 17 years to that relationship. We got 2 beautiful kids out of it, but it was the wrong person. All right? And what happened is we grew apart. It happens. People grow apart, okay? And then ultimately something happened and, you know, it just put the nail in the coffin and the relationship was over. But as I said, the sooner you can bounce back, the better for you, okay? That is key and that is important. The sooner you have to get back and get out of this darkness and this bubble, or this sad bubble that you're in, and this self-pity and woe is me kind of attitude. You need to get out of that as quick as you can. You know, and I say the sooner you can do it, the better. As it says there, the quicker you can, it's the best for you. And that's what you ultimately want, okay? And that's why you're here doing this course, okay? Because you want to, and I'm here to help you, and I'm going to give you the guidance, not only through this course, but once you get involved with the locker room where we can all talk, okay? And we can Skype and we can help each other, okay? Because when I teach you something, I learn it again, so it cements it in my brain as well. And I love talking about this shit because I love to help you guys, all right? And I've done that many a times to many dads here before I even got this course going. So I have spoke to many people about this, and I'm going to speak to you about it too, no doubt. Okay? All right, so let's do the next one here. This leads us on to this one, acceptance of your new life. Accept it. This is your new life, okay? You need to embrace it now. This is where you're at, right? Let go of the anger, the disappointment in your life, the disappointment in the circumstances, okay? Where it's your control now. You control how you feel. Okay, nobody else does. You can read all the books and the self-help books that are out there, but you control it, all right? And that is a given fact. You control where you go from here and how you feel about it and your mindset and your frame of mind and all these things, all right? It is you that has the ability to do it. You know, you have to move forward now, okay? There's nothing behind you, all right? Nothing behind you is going to help you. It's all in front of you. Man, I'm telling you, it's true. Okay, the more you dwell on the past, the longer you're going to get stuck where you are. Move forward, okay? Focus on the future. There's nothing behind you that can. I mean, sure, you've got memories, and you know your past has made you who you are. Everything about you is from your past and your history and your upbringing, your beliefs, and all those things. But to get somewhere now, you need to focus on the future, the present, right in the present. But your mindset will affect your present actions, okay? And your actions and what you do, okay? And that's going to affect your results about where you're going to get to. Okay, in a nutshell, you've got to be future focused here. Okay, all right. Don't be too proud to accept help. Okay, now this is another big one. You've got a support network around you. Okay, you probably don't realize it, but you do. There are people there willing to help you, but you've got to reach out. You've got to say that there's other people in your situation. Like, I'm going to offer you help now. Accept it. Other people in this group, there's other people watching this right now who are in your situation. Reach out to them as well through my locker room on Facebook. Okay, you can talk. Have your ideas. Spread it out. Let's talk about it. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. The more you talk about it or get something off your chest, you might talk to someone for half an hour and they'll give you one piece of a little bit of gold information within that half an hour. It took like 30 seconds and you're like, that's going to help me. Oh, and that's all you need to do. Take in all the information you can and let it all out if it's no good for you, but hold on to that retain that information that is applicable to where you're at, that you can associate with, that you can align with where your personal situation. Okay, because we're all the same, but each one of us is possibly a little bit different in how we got here, or who we are, what we believe in, where we want to go. And you might find that information from someone in an unlikely place. It could even be a neighbour or a friend of your parents or a friend of a friend who's been through this situation. Okay, there's someone out there that you strike up a conversation with, and you can relate to them. Okay, so don't be too particular about where you go for your information, and I think I might have touched on before about don't give too much information to the wrong people. Okay, pick your target. Just be savvy about that in a way, because as men sometimes we take acceptance to failure. Okay, and we think that it's a shot at us being men that we've failed at something, and I did that. I failed this marriage badly, but it's not. Okay, it's only going to be a failure for you now if you don't reach out. Okay, if you don't accept any help that's out there, you need to do that. All right. Okay, let's move on. Now, try and remain calm during stressful situations and look for another place for release. Okay, in stressful situations, you don't want to explode on the wrong person or in the wrong area. Okay, if you're sitting with a counsellor giving you some advice, then sure, you can unleash on that. But if you run into someone that you may know, like just an acquaintance at a supermarket or a grocery store, and you start unleashing and going on about your whole breakdown of your marriage to them, that's the wrong place. Okay, that's two black and white different things, but you know what I mean. Okay, pick your target where you're going to unload. And the stressful situations. Okay, so because at the moment you've probably got a lot of stress in your life. Yeah, with dealing with the ex, with your work, with life in general, with your relatives, with the proceedings that are going on. Okay, because you're probably right into a legal thing right now, or you're getting these things together through what we spoke about before. There is a lot going on in your life, and wheels are in motion. So you need to surround yourself with the right people. Okay, that are going to help you. Okay, so, and if you have surround yourself with the right people, and people are helping you or doing things for you or just offering advice now and then, you can let go a little bit of the worry about certain things, okay, that people are going to do for you. So that's going to help your stress levels a bit. If you've got your documentation done up for your separations agreements or your financial statements, and you kind of know where that's all going and you're getting that written up, well then, okay, that's with them, so that's happening. You don't need to stress about it. And the other thing there to remember too is there's things that you can't control, okay? Like dealing with your ex and how her feelings and emotions are and what she's doing. You can't control her. You can't control the legal side of a whole breakup and the separation of assets and division of property. It's set, okay? That's law. You can't control that. You can try and be fair and just with it, and you can try and get the best outcome, but you can't control everything, okay? You can influence and you can guide to discovery things, but you can't control things. So if there's things that you're stressing about right now, just think, all right, if you can't influence it or if you can't control it, then piss it off. let it go. It's not worth the worry, okay? Let it go. Things that you can't control, let them go. And the burden will lift from you, guaranteed. Okay, and stressful situations, okay, this is where, and you don't want to, unload the stresses on your children or your friends or your family, okay, too much. Find another release, like going for a jog or going for the gym, going swimming, going playing racquetball, or whatever it is where you can go into the gym and have a workout. Anywhere where you can go to release the tension that you've got, okay, release all that anger, okay, because you don't want to put your hurt and worry onto the people that are trying to help you. All right, find somewhere else. And the worst thing you could probably do is on the kids, okay. And I can't remember where I say it at the moment, and you don't want to unleash on the children about their mother, okay. Definite no. And that's you're releasing the stress, or releasing, I've got to say this about her and she's a bitch and she did this to me and rah. Don't tell it to them, okay. Pick your place, pick your fights and all that kind of thing. Be very wary about where you unleash yourself, okay. So that's what I'm saying there. Just be very careful. I mean, somewhere where you can escape for a while. It could even be something creative if you're like an artist, or you like doing poetry or playing guitar or anything. It's a release. It's going to take you away from everything you've got. But don't look for the quick fix here. Don't look to drink or drugs. Okay? Don't cover that up, because the more you do that, you're just putting a band-aid over it. And you're going to feel 10 times worse the next day. Oh, my life, shit, I'm in this house by myself. It's a dog box. I only see my kids twice a week. And you'll have a drink, or do drugs or something stupid, and you'll feel good, you'll feel better, for a bit, but then you'll get too extreme and you'll get sad and depressed, and you'll wake up the next day and your problems will feel 10 times worse, and they'll still be there because you've done nothing productive about them, okay? Don't do that quick fix to fix your feelings, right? Because it's not going to happen, and it will take you down even further, okay? So that's just a quick little thing there about the loneliness and pain. Or as I say, reach out to me, okay, if you want to chat or you want to talk, but the quick things there, like, it'll be with you. Get over it as quick as you can. So, but feel the emotions. Feel. If you want to feel sad, feel sad. Or if you want to feel depressed, okay. But then all this stuff that's going on in your life, you need to try and get out of it as quick as you can. So find something that you've done good. Focus on that, bring that to the forefront, and think, yes, I can have a positive impact on people and myself, okay? Accept your new life, let go of your anger, let go of the hurt, and try and move on. Be future focused. Look for help, because it is there, okay? And don't be too proud not to engage someone and accept their help, okay? And lastly, remain calm in stressful situations. I think I touched on before about Here's a little interesting fact for you. When your emotions go up, your intelligence goes down. Emotions go up, intelligence goes down. Remember that. So remain calm in stressful situations. Look for an adequate place to release your tension, release your stress, okay? And be careful about who you unload on, who you talk to, okay? And so if you want me to elaborate on that or talk further, I can talk about this all the time. So I love talking to guys like you. Okay, because I want to help you. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video where we delve a bit further into dealing with your emotions. See you guys, bye.